Yo, yo. Hey, check it. Hey. Yeah, check it.
Beans don't fry in the kitchen. Beans don't fry in the kitchen.
Check it.
Beans don't fry. Beans don't fry. Beans don't fry in the kitchen. 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 Beef don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of trying just get up that hill. Now we're here in the big leagues. Got my payment there. All it is you and my niggas, and all we got to say is we're moving on up. Moving on up. Say we're moving on up. Say we're moving on up. Say we're moving on up. Say let me tell y'all this.
Check it.
Beans don't fry in the kitchen. Beans don't fry in the kitchen. Beans don't fry in the kitchen. Say beans don't. Say beans don't fry in the kitchen. Beans don't burn on the grill. Say beans don't fry in the kitchen. Beans don't burn on the grill. Beans don't burn on the grill. Say beans don't burn. Beans don't burn. Beans don't burn on the grill.
We're fucking stupid, man.
That's that shit right there. Welcome to DWI episode 13.
Yeah.
Fellas, what the fuck? 13 episodes under our belt?
Yeah, man.
Just think, man, we started this shit out in February, man.
Right.
And we're up to episode 13, man.
Right.
It wouldn't be shit without y'all at home viewing, tuning in. We love to make y'all laugh. We love to make y'all think about the shit we say. We love to rewind time a tiny bit and take you back to where times were just a little bit better. But listen, we gonna get into it.
Well, first and foremost, let me give a shout out to Eric Loomis. That's ain't that his name?
Yeah.
That my man be riding with me, man.
Fellas, the NBA. Thank God for the NBA because it gives us a little bit of time to take our mind off the Steelers and what they're doing. Mm-hmm. How y'all feeling right now? Because I know right now you're in your world. You and Uncle Dookie. Shout out to your Lakers. A-Wax for a LeBron fan serving his fucking duty with being bandwagon. Nah. But the nigga, you know, he been with LA. Wax been in LA for a couple years. You know what I mean? We still gotta see what's happening with our situation, where we're at on the West Coast. Still representing the West Coast. Let's get it. But shout out to LA for running the West Coast right now. So you and Uncle Dookie, I'm sure, will buy a fucking human size of kitty litters to fucking roll around in.
There you go.
For the championship win. How you feeling, man?
More Uncle Duke than me, because that's always been the squad. I just follow LeBron around like a groupie. You know what I mean? Like wherever he goes, that's who I'm rooting for. Like,
well, that's how it's supposed to be, bro. That's loyalty.
He's a beast. But they just got done winning that tournament. And,
they beat the Pacers, huh?
Beat the shit out of them. And now they get that little bit of extra cheese to mess around with. You know what I mean? Go out, have a good time, celebrate, trick a little if that's what they're into. You know what I mean? The tournament is kind of dope because like it gives them an opportunity to make a little bit more money. But you know, at the same time, I'm sure they wore themselves out trying to win that bad boy too.
Damn right. You know? Now listen, it's an extra nickel at the expense. Mm-hmm. An extra 500 bandos.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I need that. Crazy. I need that. That's jet money. Don't buy it. Listen, for you viewers at home, when you guys make it to your pinnacle in life and you guys decide to buy a jet, don't go buying a jet if you can't afford the gas that goes inside of it.
And the upkeep.
That's jet engine money, Wax. For them motherfuckers at home that got the Buon. Mm-hmm. He got the $1 billion ticket. Yeah. Richest basketball player playing to date. But you don't think he can use the extra $500,000?
I'm sure they all could.
Right.
They all could.
Is there any steps with that money, dude? Like,
I don't think so.
So they get a good deal of that nickel.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's taxes, whatever the taxes are in the state and the government, but like
This is Los Angeles we're talking about.
I know, that's a lot of taxes over there. They're gonna get a nice chunk of change though.
I don't doubt that the taxes are that low, because you figure back in New York, cigarettes was $10 in the 80s.
Right.
You know, I didn't smoke, but you know, my raise did.
Right.
And we used to have, that's back when you used to have that note. And you used to go get that bag. Yeah, you go to the store, you get that bag, and they staple it shut, and you don't know what's in that bag. You be throwing that bag up and shit, on the way home, playing football with it. You know what I mean? Going through changes, but that's back then, and cigarettes were $10 then in New York, in those big ass like them cities like New York, LA.
Right.
So I would imagine $300,000, or they getting at least 3.7 on that beast. 3.7.
They definitely having a good time. I seen they was popping champagne and shit. I thought that was a bit too much. I'm like, calm down, nigga. It's like you still got a whole season.
Like, we won it. We won the little tournament.
We got our rings, but like, shout out to them because, you know, it was. I watched the game last night. It was a good game. LeBron. We didn't talk about LeBron. Like, that motherfucker at 38 is still the best player on their fucking team. It's still probably top 10 in the league, if not top 5.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, that shit is phenomenal to me. Like, the fact that he's that old that can still be that guy.
You know what I noticed? I watched the game last night, and you was right, bro. When AD shows up,
they're
unstoppable.
They're nice.
Yeah, and he showed up and showed out last night.
Right.
Let's hope he does that the rest of the season.
Well, you can hope that, because I'm still worried about Dikembe Mutombo. Yeah, I mean, that's Wemby for those of y'all that don't know. You know, I'm still a big San Antonio Spurs fan. Even though we're down and we're losing, I'm still keeping the hope alive. Keep hope alive.
It's going to be a minute before they mold and you know what I mean? Because that happens to every team. Just like Dude's team,
Here y'all.
2 teams. That motherfucker got 2 fucking teams, bruh. Right. So what team are you actually talking about?
I was talking about
the team that his birthright is, which is Portland, or his brand new team.
This is his new team.
Brand new team. I'll say it like I'm from one of those damn games and shit that come from overseas. Like, brand new team.
Yo, shout out to the Bucks. Bucks Nation.
Oh, shit.
I hope everybody in Portland hears about that
shit. It's all right. They know they stink. So
all right, keep it up.
I'll be back with them when we get our weight up and shit. I still ride with them, but like they're in the sidecar right now.
Fucking Johnny Gill made a song about you. It was called "Fair Weather Friend." That motherfucker is only there when the fucking weather is 83 degrees outside. Perfect. You got big uncle over there on the grill and shit. Like, goddamn, that motherfucker right there. Turning the fucking chicken and all that. You got a big ass dominoes game going on over there. Spades game over there. Kids over there running around. Huggies all in the fucking grass and whatnot. That's when Dude shows up.
Right.
When it's 62 degrees out and raining, ponchos is out and we out cheer. You know what I mean?
Dude's nowhere to be found.
I'm riding with my guy Dane.
Dude is over there under an umbrella making a fucking undisclosed deal for millions. Fucking diabolical ass fucking genius.
I'm riding with my guy Dame, so, and I like Giannis too, so let's go. Bucks Nation.
That's
all
what's up.
day.
That's what's up. Wax
we
15.
Wax
Junior.
We 15-7, so we doing our thing. Man.
You hear this, man? He's you.
Listen, don't put him on me, man. Like,
I'm the only one stationary, man. I'm rocking San Antonio till I can't. You feel me? I'm rocking them Spurs, man. 1991. Since then, established for me. So y'all niggas go ahead and do what y'all gotta do, man. Cause I mean, y'all motherfuckers, I swear for law, boy. Soon as chips fall.
Listen, Dame was my guy.
Can I say this? Can I call both of you motherfuckers?
And they used to hate on him because he used to eat their ass up in that 2K. He used to eat their ass up in that 2K. I used to eat y'all up with them Blazers.
You did, but I also understand this. You did that in a game. In real life, so that nigga was down there in between heaven or hell. That nigga lived in purgatory. Hey, I got a championship within the last 10 years. How about you?
Yeah, I got a couple actually.
In the last 10?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Just so you can go back, rewind time. There's teams.
With Kawhi.
Yeah.
That was 10 years. That was under 10.
I don't know.
Come on, man.
When was the last Spurs championship?
2014. Yeah.
Ooh.
9 years ago.
Right.
About to be 10. You
I
barely
said
made
within
it.
the last 10 years.
Barely made it.
Because I'm always right. You know why? Can I tell you what? Well, you probably know why. You don't? Okay. You? Because I'm willing. And I'm willing and or dealing. So go ahead, Wax, what you was getting ready to say there, brother. Because y'all motherfuckers know what it is. Them spazzy odds. Look,
Yo,
let me click my hands.
I will give you your fucking credit, because you've been rocking with the Spurs since I've known you.
No doubt,
I mean,
man.
David Robinson, even before Tim Duncan got there, you've been rocking with the Spurs. So I mean, you get to talk shit as much as you want, but you guys are way down on the bottom.
Easy,
3-18.
About to get another top pick.
I'm about to say,
I mean,
the Trailblazers
we're
are sitting at 6-15. So
we're better than y'all.
for the first time ever.
The second to the last one.
Right.
Yeah, so that's like the last stop before hell.
It's better than y'all.
It wouldn't matter. That's like, okay, we're going to go check out Doobie's spot down there in Portland, and then we're going straight to hell.
Right.
So like,
And then y'all are down in hell, like.
You know who's running the West right now? The Timberwolves, which that ain't gonna last too long.
no.
But you know, we're sitting in a comfortable 5th place. We're 3 games
And
behind.
y'all won that little tournament
Yeah,
championship.
so we're sitting all right. We are all right.
Well,
You know
listen, this is TBD,
Right.
to be determined.
Okay.
So we're going to get back to y'all when it's hoop season.
Yeah.
But before we get back to y'all with that, do us a favor, like, share, subscribe, pass it along. I promise you, we're going to definitely take care of business every time we get on this platform. But moving forward, I'd like to personally send a shout out to Aliquippa High School football team from DWI. Fellas, y'all are dope as hell, man.
Right.
They won their, 3rd championship in a row?
State champs.
They won their 3rd state championship in a row. Now, let me tell you what's so unique at home about this team if you don't know this. They're a single A team, and they play up quad A, and they run quad A.
Yes, sir.
I don't remember the last time they lost, Wax. Can you tell me?
Nah, they're nice, man. I like big ups to Aliquippa, man. Like they used to give us fits every year because we had to play them once, maybe even twice a year.
Right.
Like, but big ups to Aliquippa, man. Y'all went undefeated. Y'all won the state championship. Came home, brought the trophy home to Beaver County, man. You guys are phenomenal, man, and I have nothing bad to say about Aliquippa, man.
Right, shout out to y'all.
Yeah.
Man, shout out to you. Shout out to your coach, man. Coach Warfield, man. You're definitely my hero as a coach, man. You're who I aspire to be like. I promise you, man. You are one of the most dominant coaches I've ever seen out there on that field. But you're a gentleman off and on the field, man. Right. You just know what it takes, man. Dude is really dope in real life, man. I had the privilege of meeting that cat a few times, man. And he's dope in real life, man.
Facts.
So, and then I'd like to extend this and send a shout out to one of the players that came from the Falls but moved to Quip in the right time. His parents seen fit to get him in that program.
Right.
Young BB, man.
Yeah.
Young Matthews, man. BB Matthews, man. He's dope as hell, man.
Right.
He's really dope, man. You know, he's a part of the DWI family. Mm-hmm. You know, his mom and his pop is definitely fan with the show.
Right.
But, I want to send a shout out because I got the privilege of coaching him his first year playing, man. I put him at fullback. I love the big fullbacks out there. Right. Had him running ham, man. So shout out, Young B. You know what I mean? You make me proud, man. You make the town proud, the whole Beaver County for what it's worth, man. We're proud of you. We're sticking with the script, man. Go out there and do your thing, man. Become a little bit better than you already are, man, because you're a great kid. You're a great player, man. Right. Definitely proud of you.
Big ups to Bino, too, man.
Yeah, that's Kathy and Jason's son,
yeah.
And Danielle, that's little cuz and whatnot.
Right.
You know what I mean? Definitely out
Big
there.
ups, man.
Number 33 for Aliquippa.
A stud.
Stud, man.
Right.
They got this kid out there, man. His name is Tykey Hayes, man.
Yeah.
He got over 5,000 yards, and guess what? He's coming back.
He'll
be back next year. 5,000 yards already, and he'll be back.
I mean, I know you guys understand, but like these kids should be playing in single A.
Yeah.
And they're running for quad A. To see what they're doing is phenomenal.
And we just want to let y'all know, you know what I mean? It ain't no hate. There are rivals, but like we show love when this
always, because it's due, man.
It's real, recognized, real.
Now listen, as in the stats that are in history, Aliquippa has produced more Hall of Fame professional football players than anybody else in the world. Aliquippa, PA. So that needs to be, recognized.
Right.
So shout out, man. It's in the fucking water, man.
Right.
They know exactly what it do when it comes to that gridiron.
Right.
Beaver Falls, we ain't no slouches.
Not at all.
We pulled it off. We got a Whitfield championship. Mm-hmm. But, moving forward, when it comes to just an institution, Wax,
yeah.
Coach Warfield, man, he's a dog, man.
All the way up, man.
Definitely. I had the privilege of coaching against a lot of them cats, man.
They do.
And they're straight up gentlemen, man.
I fuck with Aliquippa, man. Big ups to Aliquippa. Big ups to Beaver Falls, too. Because, you guys did...
Definitely can't say that without saying that.
You guys did what nobody expected you guys to do.
Bro, they won like 5 or 7 straight, man.
I'm very proud of y'all, man.
Eye of the Tiger.
Beaver Falls
Eye of the Tiger.
all day, man.
I think this is their coach's last year, so, for what it's worth, he did what he had to do as far as his last season with the guys he, helped cultivate. Shout out to Beaver Falls, just for what they stand for, man. Eye of the Tiger, always.
Right.
They keep it moving, man, and they definitely showed up and showed out, man, to the young gentlemen that are going to college. Use your thinking brain. Don't use your stinking brain. Nah, seriously, though. But make sure you're using your best head. This one here, man. God gave it to you. Your parents helped mold it. Remember what you've been taught. Make us proud, man. Yes, do your thing. Go for what you know.
Right.
Send you.
Let me ask y'all this.
What's that?
Did you guys see the video of Charleston White getting jumped on stage?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'm not one to say that's what you deserve or that's what you get. You know what I mean? But if you put bad out there,
that's what you're gonna get in return. I get it.
Right. He was asking for it. He's been asking for it. You know what I mean? But I fuck with Charleston White though on a certain level, because what he says is 90% of it be the fucking God's honest truth.
Right.
But then he ends on like a fuck you know.
Yeah. Then he fucks it all up and says some wild shit in the middle of it. It's like damn. But I watched him on he was on Cam Newton's thing, and because Cam Newton was like, yeah, but your delivery, and he was just like, fuck the delivery. He was like I was being nice and no one was listening to me, but as soon as I start acting like a fucking asshole, everybody want to pay attention. So I understand that, but when you do that, that's the shit that just happened.
Right. It brings unwanted shit, unwanted events to happen.
Right. Listen, you can never be comfortable anywhere.
Right.
Acting the way he does, calling people because he's said some stuff about dead people that people don't take kindly to.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because they're dead, they need to rest at that point. They're no longer here to defend themselves.
And you're throwing mud on their name. You're doing all kind of stuff. And I actually heard him say that he's playing the character.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But that only gets you so far. That's like saying "fuck you," but with all total respect,
right?
Or with all due respect. You can suck off, but with all due respect, you can't add that in there at any point in time and then try to follow it up or finish it off with all due respect. You're a fucking asshole, Wax. With all due respect,
right?
And that's what he's doing.
Ricky Bobby.
You can't have that type of strong demeanor. Have that message, that awesome message that you're saying, but then covering all up with cat shit and then expecting people to eat it.
Right.
It's going to be one or the other.
I'm just saying, he's playing the heel, and it's working because everybody's paying attention. Everybody's tuning in to what he has to say, whether it be racist shit or just hating on rappers. But a lot of the stuff that he says, he's dropping jewels in there, that people tend to miss.
But you got to understand this, Wax. The jewels that he's dropping is for people our age. We get it.
No, he's dropping them for everybody.
But you gotta understand, it's like covered in cow shit.
But
so if you got a diamond that you gotta dig through cow shit to get it, a lot of these young people ain't willing to do it because they don't know how. So that's all I'm saying. His message is awesome, but it's covered with poop on top of it. You dig what I'm saying?
I do understand what you're saying.
So he got to be more, and this is us trying to tell a grown man to be a grown man.
Yeah.
So
because he's
my
older
brother,
than us.
Be safe.
He's older than us.
That's all I'm gonna say.
But he's playing the role right now.
Yeah.
And the only time that we actually listen to what he's saying is whenever he's playing the heel.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like
he's not a stupid dude.
Not at all. Not at all.
Smart.
And he's actually going to like these meetings and shit trying to change shit for black people, but like nobody's taking him serious until he starts acting the goddamn fool.
But what was it? Chris Rock?
The thing is about to say, what does that say about
us
as a society?
Right.
Grabbing that message.
Because we pay attention to the fuck shit more than we pay attention to the real shit. We need to get our shit together too. As far as like, you know what I mean? If a motherfucker dropping jewels, who cares if it got shit over it? Because I know if I see $10,000 worth of diamonds and some dog shit, I'll sift through the shit and get them diamonds. I'm sorry.
But that's the thing about it. You don't see it until you're at the bottom of it.
So
and at that point, you're submerged in shit.
I'll have diamonds. I
But
can wash that
that's
shit
you
off.
at a 40-plus-year-old man.
I get it.
These young cats don't know how to resonate because in their eyes, they don't want to go do
But
shit.
why don't they?
But do you see the double entendre?
No. Why don't they want to see that
I
shit?
can't answer that.
Right.
I can't because I'm only speaking on our behalf.
I'm speaking on my behalf. Even if I was 20 years old and I seen diamonds and some dog shit, I'm getting them fucking diamonds.
But the diamonds aren't showing yet. You got to dig through.
Well, somebody said there's diamonds
if you
and
know
dog shit.
there's diamonds in there, you're
You
gonna
don't
dig
know
through
it.
it.
You don't know it until you get to the diamonds.
But if it's proven that there are diamonds in there, you're gonna dig through the
But
dog
it's
shit.
not. This is what I'm saying. This is 2024.
I beg to differ.
As of 2 weeks, it'll be
beg to differ.
2024. So dig it. When you're actually giving a message to where people don't want to understand or see where you're coming from or reciprocate, you got to act another way, which he says he's in character.
Right.
But nobody knows that this is a character because he's standing on it. So when you stand on what you're saying, you actually have to be that. From where we come from, the older generation.
Right.
So with that being said, they don't know the character from who he really is. So the character person is bringing that real heat, saying that you have to be this, this, and this. But it's all covered in dog shit because at the end of the day, there's jewels on the bottom of it. You just have to be able to sift through it to get the message.
Right. But what I was saying is, if he has been dropping jewels this whole time, and everybody sifts through the bullshit and finds diamonds every time, then that's automatically letting me know
My God.
that he is dropping
My
jewels
God.
every time.
My God.
You understand what I'm saying?
Definitely.
All right, my man.
Definitely.
But like, I'm just like, I don't really tune in whenever he's talking that political shit until there's some fuck shit with it. You know what I mean? That's
Me,
when
myself, I don't. I want to hear
love
the
to hear
actual
him
message.
act a fool and talk like he's fucking ghetto and shit. I love that
I
shit.
get it, man, but
And
that's 2024 soft shoot. He's better than that.
that's just me. I
I
mean, I
get it.
like the drama.
I get
and
it.
like I like him saying shit on rappers like that are alive, of course. But like, and them responding and them having a back and forth, like that shit gets me interested. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because like he said, whenever he was like trying to change shit for us for the better, nobody paid attention. Like as soon as he started acting like a heel, that's when I started tuning in.
I'm here for both sides of it. I enjoy both sides.
But with the other side comes a lot more than you're willing to
I'm not.
say.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not me out there doing it. That's on him.
Yeah.
but
But he said himself he's willing to die for it.
Well, then that's on him.
But the message doesn't continue on because nobody else is brave enough to pick that stick up.
That's on him though. Like I'm here for it. I'll take the jewels that he's dropping. I understand them. You know what I mean? But if he wants to go say fuck this killer and that killer comes and gets him, I'm not gonna sit here and feel bad or start a
And
fucking
I understand
riot.
that, but here's where I'm going with this. This is what the issue is, dude. We're missing OGs out there. Now, regardless of what, he's an OG. So with that being said, he needs to be around to pass that message on. So if he's gone, that means we can only go off of now and from back when he started saying whatever he's saying.
Right.
We have no more shit to go off of. All I'm saying is his message has to be a little bit more clear as far as conveying it to the young generation.
Right.
Because they understand him now. So that means he can cut back on the bullshit.
I understand where you're coming
I do
from,
too.
man. I really do.
You know, we need him around a little bit.
Though, because I think there are a lot of OGs out there that nobody's listening to.
They are, but he's the only one that everybody's listening to right now.
I'm pretty much an old head. Like, I'll
not pretty much.
I am an old head.
Dress fly and whatnot, but listen, yeah, we're up there.
I'm an old head, but I still have OGs that I listen to.
Yes, and he's one of them.
And take knowledge from and jewels that they drop. I mean, I'm not even talking about like famous OGs. You know, there are old OGs out there that are still dropping jewels and, you know, still trying to like get us to where we need to be. You know what I mean? But these younger kids aren't really accepting that. They're not taking the message that they're leaving.
But yeah, Wax, I get it. I totally get it, man. That definitely makes sense, man. For real.
I'm just saying, man, like, it's not like there aren't people out here trying to lead these young kids through the right path. You know what I mean? They're just not accepting the jewels that these old heads are dropping on.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's not fly to actually do with, like, because we've been through it all, man.
Right.
I ain't listening to him because he ain't got it. You don't know the answer, Sway. You don't got all the answers, Sway.
And at the same time, Sway had all the answers.
Right.
You know what I mean? Sway had all the answers.
Right.
Like, Kanye had to find that shit out. Trying to, you know what I mean? He had to find it out the hard way.
Right.
Right.
So when Sway actually told him, this is what you do. He laid the blueprint out. Kanye didn't follow it, and we seen what, I mean, it also made him a billionaire not following what he said, but
Right.
at the same time, it probably would have been easier.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I've always said it ain't about working harder, it's about working smarter. Right. So use the head that God gave you and make this ship do what it does. Now, moving forward, fellas, scammers. They're everywhere. They are everywhere. It's the holiday season, folks. You better be careful. Definitely watch your cams, your ring cams, your little cams you got up there, the generic ring cams. Watch your cams. Make sure your packages are on your porch because scammers are out and they're ready to go.
Yes,
I just watched a Dr. Phil the other day, and it had this lady. She was a 70-year-old lady, and she was getting scammed by this guy overseas that said he was the boy
Post Malone.
Post Malone.
Right.
You seen that?
I did.
Bruh, that shit was wild as hell, man. And her kids was like, why would he be interested in you? He's 27, you're 70.
Right.
And basically it had her on there sending this fake Post Malone, I want to say probably about 3,000 cash, but she did it in money orders and gift cards because she was convinced that this was Post Malone. Then
right.
It said on there that she called, or they talked on the phone, and he had a Jamaican accent, and she said it was to protect his identity. Bruh.
Like what do you think the dude how does he feel when he's doing this to the old lady? Is he like, this bitch just really believing this shit?
I don't know, but you gotta understand, they're not from here.
No, I know. They're probably from a war-torn, terrible, third world country that's just not doing good. So they're like, fuck it, we're gonna get some of this shit.
I would say this: compassion runs at a very low, radius.
When you're hungry, when your stomach's growling.
Oh my God, their stomach's growling.
And when that's just happening, everybody's on the menu and shit.
Let me ask y'all this: do you guys feel bad for the victims? Like, do you feel bad for the women that are actually falling for this shit?
Yes.
Do you?
Because they don't know any better, man. And their families try to tell them, no, you're getting scammed.
And this, just my opinion, with technology today, you can make one phone call and have a video conference and see who you're talking to, right? Right or wrong?
Right.
Yeah.
If I think I'm talking to Post Malone, right,
Okay.
and I want to see him, it is one phone call away to actually see who I'm talking to.
But you're saying this as a person who was born during the social media era.
It does not matter.
These
how
people
old, it
don't
doesn't
know.
Matter.
If
It doesn't matter.
If you're 70 years old right
you
now,
are. It doesn't matter. I knew you were going to go there.
If you're 70 years old right now, that
Bullshit.
means you was born in 1950 or before.
Okay.
So she doesn't know what the fuck is happening with a damn fucking video call.
That lady had daughters that were telling her every step of the way, you are not talking to Post Malone.
She thought they was hating on him.
Listen.
Do you think that fucking fly
I don't
shit?
feel bad because you can make one phone call with a face. What is it called? A FaceTime.
Like, yeah.
and see who you're talking to. If the other person does not ever want to do that, then there's something up. Like that lady is being stubborn to a point to where it's making her broke, and I do not feel bad for her.
There's people in our generational gene pool who do not know what FaceTime and fucking face calls are.
That's true.
So with that being said, they will take a person's word off because that's what it was, a handshake and a fucking verbal agreement. That was it.
Now, let me say this. Like I do feel bad like for the older people that get
ladies,
that get
70
caught.
dudes,
Yeah,
70
like older
plus.
people that get caught, I do feel bad. Like if you're 35 and you get caught up in some shit like that, I don't feel bad because you're just dumb. But like an older 80-year-old lady, 75-year-old lady, like that's just probably lonely.
Yes, and that's what it is. She's
lonely.
I do feel
She's lonely, but she also knows how to cash at people. She also knows how to do everything else with all this new technology. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. She is being she's being neglectful to what's actually going on purpose because she doesn't want to face the reality that this motherfucker from Jamaica is sponging her whole life savings to where it's putting her at default now.
Right.
And now she got to borrow from her daughter and her granddaughter.
And I am almost 110% sure that they told her that's not who it is. And if you want to find out who it is, FaceTime them.
This motherfucker is fucking raw. He said, look here, if you know how to FaceTime, if you know how to Cash App, then you should know how to FaceTime.
Right.
Let me ask y'all, do you guys think her daughters never told her about FaceTime?
They did.
Do you think she ever had a call with her daughters, like to see the grandkids?
Yes.
Okay, so she's not totally naive to FaceTime.
So you're
right
saying,
or wrong?
Right.
So, okay, so all I'm saying is she has to make one phone call, and if old boy keeps bullshitting, saying, oh, I can't do it today because I'm doing it, then that's letting you know right there she doesn't want to know the truth.
You're right, and I got it.
I do not feel bad.
I got it, dude. Wax is the oldest. He's against old people.
No.
He's an ageist.
Yeah,
not at all.
Ageist.
Not at all. But I resent stupid. I fucking hate when people are being naive and stupid on purpose because they don't want to face the reality that this nigga in motherfucking Jamaica just took $3,000 that you need.
I mean, I get it, man.
Like what? Okay, let me ask you this. Say it was Post Malone. Okay, say it was this famous rapper, country singer that has hundreds of millions of dollars. What does he need your measly $3,000 for?
The reason why she said she was giving that money up, was because that was her way of showing the family that she wasn't using for that money.
I'm going home. I'm done. That doesn't sound stupid to you? I'm asking. Does that sound stupid to you? And okay, listen. Maybe, even if that was the case, one time, just send me $1,000 just so I know you're not using me for my money. But to keep asking for that shit, and for her to keep sending that shit, and y'all feel bad. I don't feel bad for her, man. She deserves everything she gets because she's fucking stupid. That's stupidity. That's like she keep sending your money. Keep sending it.
Well,
keep getting that man rich.
Send us a couple of thousand old ladies.
I need this. I don't need any money from any old ladies, but I need if the co-founder or founder of Amazon is watching, send 2 pair of gasoline draws for these motherfuckers because they're on their first. I mean, they got a one-way trip to hell because y'all motherfuckers are both going to hell and shit for what y'all just said about the older people.
I'm just saying.
I mean, the doggone lottery looks out for old folks, and y'all motherfuckers are just fucking rough.
I mean,
this shit is for older Pennsylvanians. That's what the lottery says. When the lottery comes on, they say this is the benefit older Pennsylvanians.
I mean, in certain cases, I do feel bad for people getting taken, like, who don't actually know the scam that they're a part of. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, because I get it every day. Somebody's like, hey, do you send me your Cash App, and I'll do this and triple your money, and I'll, like, that's kind of like nobody actually knows what they're doing.
Right.
Like, I feel bad for people getting taken that way.
Like,
but this lady thinking she's talking to a certain person.
Like with DJ Envy and all of that shit.
I feel bad for them.
Listen, you feel bad for them?
Yeah, I mean because
no, he's saying the people.
I don't feel bad for them either.
Now listen,
I kind of do.
This is a DWI exclusive. I fell for some of that shit one time.
Oh shit!
And I ended up sending that motherfucker a copy of my driver's license.
What?
Yeah, this was back in like 2000 and I'll say about 10.
What?
And they said that I want a Range Rover. So listen, they was telling me all they needed was a copy of my ID.
This nigga thought he was getting the range.
And they let me pick the color. It was red. It was red and black. It was like a two-tone.
What?
Yeah, I fell for it.
And what happened? Like what they?
Well, being that all of that happened and I sent them every little piece of information about myself, because at that time I was down on my luck.
Right.
I came home from college and I knew my credit was bad because I had all those credit cards that I got when I went to college. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, fuck it, what do I got to lose? I sent that shit over and I was a recipient of the great news that my fucking email and all my information was on a part of the dark web. So like now I know that like there's a portion of me with my license from that year. You know, I had a suit on too. I thought I was doing my thing in my ID.
That nigga thought he was getting a range.
I thought everything was bad at that time. Like I was working at a restaurant and shit, and I wasn't getting what I thought I should be getting. And I was like, "Fuck this, man! I need something to work good in my life." And they said, "Congratulations, you won a Range Rover."
So, I don't know. Like, do you feel bad for Elliot?
This wasn't now though. I said it was like 2009 somewhere.
That was 10 years ago.
I didn't know, y'all. This was when that shit was a brand new fucking thing. I didn't know they wanted to steal my likeness. There's some West Indian motherfucker right now.
You thought you was really getting a Range Rover?
Dude, I swear on everything I love.
For what though? You didn't enter any
It was
contests.
a lottery. It was a lottery. So I looked at my email and it
that
said
you never entered.
you was a part of
Right.
it. It was a United lottery. My email was randomly picked. And I definitely went on there and I submitted all my information. And then I learned later on down the road that all my information was a part of the dark web.
I mean,
so if I fell for that shit, and I'm not a highly educated motherfucker,
But you ain't dumb.
No,
You're
not at all.
Stupid.
Bruh, that's why I said this is an exclusive.
Listen, man.
I fell for the shit.
Right.
So this lady thinking Post Malone was loving her at 70?
Let me,
I get it.
I really don't feel
I'm not the only motherfucker that fell for
Right.
it. You motherfuckers out there know there was something out there you had to give up more information you wanted to. And you did it.
Let me ask y'all this, man. How are these people still able to rock? Like, how?
Because they're not
every
caught.
day I see somebody on Facebook like, let's do this whole thing. I'll triple your money on Cash App and like, but like, how are they able to still
They got
rock?
a situation going on, man. They got a whole fucking network, man.
there's always somebody. There's always a sucker. There's always a sucker
but
somewhere.
Jesus Christ, man! Like you would think
listen.
person would get burned and then let everybody else in on the news.
And this makes me remember. Like I think I got on something too. It was like,
oh shit.
Listen, it was like Christmas time, and like I was outside of the mall. This motherfucker pulled up in a white van. He's like, yo, we got these speakers that like they're $3,000 speakers, but we supposed to insert them into this doctor's office, but they canceled. So we got these $3,000 speakers. I give them to you for $200. I was like, all right. I bought the speakers and shit. I took them bitches home. They was the cheapest fucking speakers. They didn't work.
I remember that.
I was like, what the fuck?
I got a pair of those too.
I was hurt. I'm like, I gave her $200 and I wasn't doing shit at the time.
For speakers that was worth $25.
That was trash.
Hey, remember when you
The Rolexes, I knew you was getting ready to say it. The motherfucker, hey, Wax, he came up to me, and these Rolexes was inside of a satchel, inside of a fucking case.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to open up the drawstring satchel just to get to the case. He opens up the Rolexes, and he says, and when he opened them, lights shined off the Rolex.
Right.
He said, I give them to my friends for $1.5.
Oh, my God.
When he said that, I'm like,
we got a winner, Johnny.
give me two of them.
Yeah. Yep.
I had the exact shit that he needed to get through his travels. It was a bartering system. Handed him over that. He handed me over those. Fast forward. We wore the rollies out. We wore one outfits. They was color coordinated. He had the emerald. I had the ruby. Mm-hmm. We take him down south. His dad lived down in where they made the Philip Morris.
North Carolina.
Yeah, down in North Carolina. But his dad worked at the Philip Morris plant. This is Jigga for those of y'all that don't know, aka Jai, aka GJ. You feel me? So with that being said, we took him down there to a pawn shop. We walked, I'd say about 6 blocks. We get buzzed into this pawn shop because the whole time I'm driving down there, I'm thinking about driving back. I'm like, I'm gonna get a Beamer for about $5,000 and still have $4,000 to come home and do my thing. I get down there, the girl that buzzes us in, she looks at the Rolex, she starts crying on us. She said, you can get about 3 or 4 of these at the swap meet down there. Bruh, to find out that those Rolexes were fake after dude said he gave them to his friends for $1.5.
Right.
That could have been $100,000 for all I knew.
He really meant $1.50.
I give them to my friends for $1.5. Mm-hmm. And if Jigga was here, he'd be able to confirm that story, man.
Listen, I mean, I've been taking on a couple stupid ass missions myself. I just can't think of any right now because I kind of like blocked them. You know what I mean?
Trying to hurry up and get rid of them.
Yeah, like I don't think about them.
But for me, I don't feel bad for myself. I'll be like, I was a fucking idiot for even thinking that I was getting some good ass speakers outside of a mall from a white van.
I don't feel bad for myself neither. I just want revenge.
Right.
I just wish I knew the fix was on when it was happening.
Right.
Them motherfuckers got away scot-free.
Yes, they did.
I'm just saying, man. Like, I mean, some people aren't clever enough to realize they're being scammed. And,
right.
And some of these scams are top notch. You know what I mean? But like, if Beyonce so happened to hit your DMs and was like, "Hey, it's Beyonce, I love you," you know what I mean? Wouldn't you be suspicious of that?
I need $4,000 to
right.
Not even that. I need
reduce Jay-Z's lips.
I need some pics.
Something like anything. But so I don't feel bad for
what I do. Listen, hold up a peace sign, eating a mango with today's calendar pointing to today's date. Some shit like that. I need to know what the fuck is happening for me to be able to get in on these shenanigans.
And if they always have an excuse of why they can't send that, then you should be on the first thing smoking to leave them alone.
And there's rare excuses. I'm at a dentist appointment in Venezuela.
If I keep making excuses of why I can't call you, then you're the dumb one for believing me.
I agree.
You know what I mean? So I don't feel bad for this lady. I hope she gets her shit together. She need to go down to Bingo or wherever she hangs out at and meet you somebody nice that you can actually see.
Well, she doesn't want to date. It's because she's been dating Post Malone for 2 years. She has no desire to date.
She's stupid and she deserves everything that she
And
gets.
ain't no telling what type of pictures she's sending this fake Post Malone.
Still, good for her.
Could you imagine getting 70 odd pictures?
She's in the hole for a couple $1,000 because she wants to be in love with Post Malone, who has no recollection she's even alive.
And a Jamaican accent.
Right. So, you know.
Listen, we came, we saw, we delivered. We appreciate you coming with us on our journey. This is episode 13. Who would have thought it? Lucky 13, dude.
Right.
So, with that being said, we're going to come back at you next week. Same location, same time, different material. Peace.